Welcome back to Coin Cash King Information Channel, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today you're going to discover 6 Australian 5-cent coins that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worthy. That's not a typo, and no, you don't need to be a millionaire to own one. You might already have it and not even know. We're about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and stories that tie Australian history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we're about to explore hides a surprise that could leave you speechless. Now, before we jump into the first Australian 5-cent coin from 1997, take a moment to look at your change jar, your dresser drawer, even that old coffee can in the garage. Because by the end of this video, you will be racing to check if your coins match one of these rare, mind-blowing finds. Now, I am ready when you are. Go ahead and send me the first coin picture or details, and I will start crafting its story with all the drama, value, and excitement packed in. Now take a closer look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like any regular Australian coin. In today's spotlight is on a tiny but mighty piece, the 1997 Australian 5-cent coin, particularly the rare variation that features a brown dot on the backside. This coin has been turning heads in the numismatic world, and its value in today's collector market is climbing fast. If you think small change doesn't matter, this video is going to change your perspective completely. So stay with us as we dive into the story, features, rarity, and true market value of this exceptional coin that is capturing attention across Australia and beyond. The 5-cent coin has been a staple of Australian currency since decimalization in 1966. It's a coin many Australians hardly pay attention to, small, silver, and often overlooked in daily transactions. However, certain years and minting errors have made specific issues of this humble coin extremely desirable. The 1997 Australia 5-cent coin is one of those hidden gems. Struck during a period of routine coin production, this year didn't initially raise alarms for rarity. But collectors later discovered that some coins from this year carried a strange and unexpected brown dot or mark on the reverse side, near or on the echidna. While the official mint never released a public explanation, it is believed that this could be the result of a planchet impurity or a dye-related issue, making these particular coins a fascinating and collectible anomaly. Over time, as more collectors have become aware of these rare variants, demand has steadily grown, turning this once ordinary coin into a piece of high value. The standout feature of this coin is, of course, the brown dot located on the reverse, that is the side with the echidna, Australia's beloved native creature. This mark is not a result of damage or circulation. Rather, it appears to be a natural part of the minting process for a very small batch. The brownish discoloration or spot is visible under direct light and often located in a consistent position, leading collectors to classify it as a minor error or striking anomaly. But aside from the dot itself, the coin maintains the classic 5-cent design, the echidna, with its detailed spines, and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, sculpted in the familiar regal portrait style. In very fine condition, the coin retains its original luster and detail, making it a visually attractive and intriguing item. It's this combination of ordinary design with an extraordinary defect that makes it a hot target in the numismatic world. Coins with minting errors or unusual markings are always in high demand among collectors, especially when the error is consistent and traceable across multiple examples. That's exactly the case with the 1997 brown dot 5-cent coin. These coins weren't mass-produced with the defect, meaning only a very small number are believed to exist. The market doesn't see them frequently, and when they do appear, especially in very fine condition or better, they spark immediate interest. The condition of the coin plays a critical role. A 5-cent piece with the brown dot in very fine condition, showing sharp edges and minimal wear, is far more desirable than one that has been heavily circulated. Since this variation wasn't officially acknowledged at the time, most were unknowingly spent or ignored, making preserved examples rare and highly sought after. Collectors around Australia and even globally are now scrambling to find this anomaly, adding significant heat to its market demand. Let's talk about the exciting part. Current value, its true collector value, tells a very different story. A standard 1997 Australia 5-cent coin may still hold minor collectible interest, but a version with the brown dot in very fine condition can fetch significantly higher amounts. In today's active collector auctions and private sales, we're seeing these coins go for anywhere from $210,000 Australian, depending on visibility of the dot, overall preservation, and level of interest at the time. In some cases where coins have been verified or come with provenance, values have reportedly crossed the $245,000 mark. And as awareness continues to grow, those prices are likely to rise. Many collectors are now treating this coin not just as a collectible, but as a solid investment because the combination of rarity, visual uniqueness, and historical curiosity makes it stand out sharply in a crowded coin market. If you're looking to get your hands on the 1997 brown dot 5-cent coin, or if you suspect you already have one in your collection, here are some tips to ensure you're maximizing value. First, inspect your coins carefully. Use a magnifying glass and look for that distinctive brown spot on the echidna side. Lighting and angle matter, so take your time during examination. If you find one, resist the urge to clean it. Collectors value originality and patina, and cleaning can reduce its worth. Instead, store it in a high-quality coin capsule or holder to preserve its condition. You might also want to consider professional grading, or at least getting a second opinion from a trusted dealer or collector community. Stay active in online collector groups, auctions, and forums. This is where rare coins often change hands, and you will learn a lot from shared experiences. Most importantly, don't dismiss any coin as just another 5-cent piece. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and hidden treasures can come in the smallest denominations. The 1997 Australian 5-cent brown dot coin is proof that big value can come in small forms. What was once everyday change is now a prized possession among serious collectors, with growing value and undeniable rarity. In a time where digital currency dominates our lives, physical coins like this serve as tangible links to history, mystery, and wealth-building opportunities. Whether you are in it for the hobby, the history, or the profit, this coin offers something special. Its uniqueness, combined with increasing demand and limited supply, makes it one of the standout pieces in modern Australian numismatics. So check your change, dig into your old coin jars, and keep your eyes open. The next big find could be hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful and exciting, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. Next up, in Today, we're diving into a small coin with big value, the Australian 5-cent coin from the year 1978. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary coin. Especially when preserved in fine condition, this coin has become a sought-after piece in the numismatic community, gaining real attention in auctions and collector circles. So if you have got a jar full of old coins lying around, you might want to dig in because this tiny silver coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. The Australian 5-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia made the shift from pounds, shillings, and pence to the decimal currency system. The 5-cent piece replaced the old sixpence and became part of everyday circulation. Fast forward to 1978, a year not marked by a change in design or official commemorative intent, but a year that, due to production, survival rates, and collecting trends, became unexpectedly significant. That year, the Royal Australian Mint produced tens of millions of 5-cent coins. But over time, many of these coins were heavily used, worn down, or melted, leaving fewer in top condition. It's not always about mintage numbers alone. What truly matters in the collector's world is how many of those coins remain in collectible quality today. That's what makes the 1978 Australia 5-cent coin a quiet sleeper hit among serious collectors. Though small in size, the 1978 Australian 5-cent coin carries distinctive features that make it both charming and collectible. On the obverse side, we have the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, a depiction that defined an era and was used on Australian coins until 1984. The reverse features the iconic echidna, a uniquely Australian animal, making the coin not only functional currency, but a symbol of national wildlife and heritage. The detail in the echidna's spines and the surrounding design was impressively struck, especially for such a small coin, and when you find one in fine condition or better, that detail still shines. The coin is made from a cupro-nickel alloy, giving it durability and a soft, silvery hue that has stood the test of time, particularly in examples that have been well preserved. So what turns an ordinary 5-cent coin into a high-value collectible? The answer lies in condition and rarity. Over the years, the majority of the 1978 5-cent coins have experienced extensive wear and tear through circulation. Finding one that has survived in fine condition or better is becoming increasingly rare. These coins were workhorses in everyday transactions, and as time went on, fewer and fewer survived without damage. That's why collectors today are scrambling to find specimens that are still sharp in detail, free from heavy scratches, and maintaining their original surfaces. A coin in fine condition already places it in the upper tier of what's available in the market. And because the 5-cent coin is often overlooked, it hasn't been hoarded the way some other denominations have. This adds to the excitement and rarity, especially among collectors looking to complete decade sets or high-grade collections of lower denomination coins. Now let's get into what you're probably most curious about. How much is this coin worth today? The 1978 Australia 5-cent coin in fine condition holds strong value in today's active collector's market. Depending on the specific condition, especially in coins with good detail on the echidna, and minimal surface damage, prices can start around $260,000. However, coins that have been graded or preserved in even better condition, such as very fine or extremely fine, can climb significantly higher, with values reaching $265,000 or more in some collector auctions or specialty sales. What makes this coin stand out in value is its rising demand in recent years as collectors work to assemble high-quality date sets of Australian coinage. And that demand is not slowing down anytime soon. As time passes and fewer fine-condition coins remain available, the market value continues to climb, making this coin a smart addition for collectors and even small investors. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1978 5-cent coin, don't dismiss it just because of its size. The first thing to do is check the condition. Look for sharp details on the echidna's spines and the queen's portrait. Avoid coins with heavy scratches, corrosion, or wear around the edges. If your coin looks clean and still holds a nice shine, you may be looking at a valuable piece. Store it properly, ideally in a coin flip or capsule, and avoid touching it with bare fingers to prevent oils from damaging the surface. For those looking to invest, try seeking out coins that have already been professionally graded or certified, especially if you are aiming to build a collection with long-term value. Joining collector forums and visiting coin fairs or trusted online marketplaces can also help you find hidden gems or potential buyers. The key is knowledge and patience, and with the year 1978 5-cent coin, the reward can be more than worth the effort. To sum it all up, the 1978 Australian 5-cent coin might seem like just another tiny coin, but in the world of numismatics, it's a rising star. With its rich history, unique design, and increasing rarity and fine condition, it has become one of the more desirable, small denomination coins in Australia's decimal coinage. Its value in today's action-packed collector market is real and growing steadily. So whether you're a passionate collector, a casual enthusiast, or just someone who stumbled across an old coin in a drawer, now is the time to take a closer look at your change. That little 5-cent piece from 1978 could be your entry into the exciting world of coin collecting, or even a small but powerful investment. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more valuable insights into rare coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Next up, in today's spotlight is on a small but mighty coin that has become a surprising treasure in the numismatic world, the Australian 5-cent coin from 1968. At first glance, this coin may seem ordinary due to its size, but don't be fooled. This particular coin, especially in fine condition or better, is in high demand among collectors and carries real dollar value in today's auction market. In this video, we will take you on a journey through the rich background of this coin, explore its unique features, uncover why it is becoming rarer by the year, and show you just how much it is worth right now, and how you can benefit if you own or find one. So stick around, because what you are about to learn could turn a tiny coin into a big deal. Let's rewind to 1968, just 2 years after Australia made the switch to decimal currency. The transition in 1966 marked a major turning point in the nation's monetary system, and by 1968, the Royal Australian Mint was fine-tuning its coin production. The 5-cent coin, introduced in 1966, quickly became one of the most circulated coins in the country. However, 1968 is a standout year for collectors. For one key reason, even though millions were minted, a large number were quickly withdrawn from circulation, damaged, or lost over time. Many coins from that era were heavily used, and finding one today in fine or higher condition is becoming increasingly difficult. That's why the 1968 issue has gained serious attention and respect in collector circles. It's a relic from the early decimal years and a symbol of Australia's evolving coinage heritage. What really makes the 1968 5-cent coin a collector's favorite isn't just the date, but also its design and historical character. The obverse of the coin features the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Maschin, a design that would remain in use for decades. It captures the youth and elegance of the Queen, making it a historically significant portrait. On the reverse, you will find the iconic image of the echidna, one of Australia's most unique and beloved native animals. Designed by Stuart Devlin, this echidna design is not just artistic, it is symbolic, showcasing Australia's commitment to representing its own wildlife on its national currency. The fine details on the quills, the symmetry of the design, and the classic font used in the year mark make it a standout in terms of visual appeal. It's small, but it is mighty and absolutely loaded with character. Now here's where things get even more exciting. Although tens of millions of 5-cent coins were minted in 1968, finding one today in fine condition or better is a real challenge. Most of the coins from this year were heavily circulated, making worn-out pieces quite common, but that's not what collectors are chasing. What they want is quality coins that have retained their detail, sharp edges, and strong surfaces. And those are becoming scarcer by the day. What adds to the demand is that many collectors today are building complete year sets of early decimal coins, and 1968 is one of the years that often proves difficult to fill in high grade. When you combine growing demand with shrinking supply, you get a coin that's not just rare, it's hot in the market. As more people enter the hobby and awareness spreads, the 1968 5-cent coin is fast becoming a target item that everyone wants to add to their collection. Let's get into what everyone is curious about: the money. How much is the 1968 Australian 5-cent coin worth today? Well, the answer depends on the condition, but the figures are eye-opening. A regular circulated coin may trade hands for a few dollars, but once you get into the fine to very fine condition range, you're already looking at $270,000. Depending on presentation and clarity, coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition are a completely different story. These can easily command $275,000 or more, particularly in certified slabs or as part of a graded collection. On some premium auction sites, pristine examples have been known to push beyond the $280,000 mark, yes, for a 5-cent coin. And that's not hype, that's real data from the market. As collectors grow more selective and the demand for earlier decimal era coins increases, values are only climbing. If you're looking to make the most out of this tiny treasure, here's what you should keep in mind. First, always prioritize condition. Even a small difference in wear can mean a big difference in value. Look for coins with clearly visible features, especially the Queen's hairlines and facial details on the obverse and the echidna's quills on the reverse. These are key indicators of higher grades. Second, protect your coins. Use coin holders or airtight capsules to prevent scratches, moisture, or tarnishing. Handle with gloves and never clean the coin, as that can damage its original surface and reduce its value. Third, if you believe you have a high-grade coin, consider having it graded by a reputable third-party service. It can dramatically increase its resale value. Finally, stay connected to the collector community. Whether online forums, local meetups, or social media groups, staying in the loop can help you find the best deals, learn about upcoming auctions, and spot investment opportunities before prices climb further. In conclusion, the 1968 Australian 5-cent coin may be small in size, but it's truly massive in value and historical significance. It represents the early days of Australia's decimal coinage, boasts a timeless design, and is becoming increasingly sought after by collectors across the globe. Its scarcity in fine or better condition, combined with rising demand, makes it one of the most underrated and valuable coins to watch right now. Whether you already own one or are on the hunt for it, this coin is not just a piece of history. It's a powerful asset in the world of numismatics. Don't overlook it. This is your chance to turn pocket change into prized possession. Next up, today we have an exciting spotlight on a small coin with a surprisingly big story. The Australian 5-cent coin from the year 1990 may seem ordinary to the casual eye, but for those in the know collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts, this little piece is a rare gem that's generating serious buzz in today's coin market. Especially when found in very fine condition or better, the 1990 Australian 5-cent coin holds impressive value, and today we're going to take a deep dive into exactly why. Whether you are a collector hunting down valuable additions or someone curious about the treasures you may already own, this video is going to open your eyes to the potential hidden in one of Australia's smallest circulating denominations. To understand the true value of the 1990 Australian 5-cent coin, we need to rewind to the roots of Australian decimal coinage. The 5-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia transitioned from pounds, shillings, and pence to a modern decimal currency system. Since then, the 5-cent coin has been one of the smallest and most overlooked coins in the country's monetary system. However, in 1990, something unique happened. It was a year of subtle transition at the Royal Australian Mint. Mintage figures were lower than expected for certain coins, and collectors began to realize that coins from this particular year weren't as widely produced or circulated. The 1995-cent coin quietly entered circulation, but in relatively limited numbers compared to more common years. Now, over 3 decades later, it has become one of the hidden treasures of modern Australian coinage. Now let's talk about what makes this coin so distinct. At first glance, it looks like a regular 5-cent piece. Small, silver in color with the iconic echidna design on the reverse, created by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. But that's where the magic begins. The beauty of this coin lies in its details and the rarity tied to its date. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, while the reverse shows the charming Australian echidna, one of the most recognizable designs in modern numismatics. But what sets the 1990 edition apart is not any flashy design change. It's the scarcity combined with the condition in which it's found today. Coins from this year were heavily used in daily transactions, so finding one in very fine condition or better is increasingly difficult, and that rarity is exactly what is fueling its demand in the collector world. Let's get into the collector appeal, which is absolutely sky high for this coin. The 1990 Australia 5-cent coin wasn't part of a commemorative release, and it wasn't marketed heavily. It simply slipped into circulation and did its job. But the minting numbers were unusually low, with fewer coins produced than in many surrounding years. Add to that the fact that it was a circulating coin, not one stored in mint sets or coin albums, and you have a scenario where most surviving examples today are heavily worn. That's where very fine condition comes into play. Coins that have survived in clean, sharp, and detailed condition are exceptionally hard to find, and collectors are going to great lengths to track them down. This makes the 1990 Australia 5-cent coin not just rare in quantity, but premium in quality, and that's a perfect formula for collector demand and market value. Now, the part everyone is waiting for. How much is this coin worth today? Well, let's break it down. A standard 1990 Australia 5-cent coin in circulated condition might only sell for a few dollars. But when you get into very fine or extremely fine condition, the price tag jumps significantly. These coins are selling in online marketplaces and live auctions for $262,000, depending on the sharpness of the details and the eye appeal. But it doesn't stop there. Coins that are graded or preserved in higher uncirculated condition can fetch upwards of $263,000, with slabbed examples by third-party grading services sometimes even crossing the $264,000 mark. And as time goes on, these values are climbing, thanks to the growing scarcity and the influx of new collectors entering the market. Simply put, if you own a 1990 Australian 5-cent coin in high grade, you're holding a small coin with massive potential. For those of you who are serious about building a strong numismatic portfolio, here are a few key tips regarding the 1990 Australia 5-cent coin. First, always prioritize condition. Look for coins with sharp edges, a clear portrait of the Queen, and fine detail in the echidna's quills. If you're not sure about the grade, consider investing in a professional grading service. It can boost both the authenticity and the resale value of your coin. Store your coin properly in airtight capsules or coin flips to prevent environmental damage. Avoid touching it with your bare fingers, and always keep it away from moisture or heat. Also, stay plugged into Australian coin forums and auction houses. These communities often feature rare listings, and networking with fellow collectors can give you early access to deals and insights into upcoming market trends. Most importantly, be patient and persistent. Coins like the 1995 cent in very fine condition are worth the hunt. To wrap things up, the 1990 Australian 5-cent coin is a true hidden treasure in the world of modern numismatics. It may be small in size, but it is huge in value, history, and collector demand. With low mintage, increasing rarity, and growing interest from coin hunters across the globe, this coin has proven itself as a valuable and respected piece of Australia's currency legacy. If you're lucky enough to have one in very fine condition or better, you're holding something truly special. And if you're still looking for one, now's the time to act before prices climb even higher. This is more than just a coin. It's a smart investment, a piece of history, and a prized item in any serious collection. Next up, in Today, we have an incredibly exciting topic that's been buzzing in the world of coin collectors and numismatics alike. We're diving deep into a specific Australian coin that has recently taken the collectible market by storm. It's the 2009 Australian 5-cent coin. But not just any 5-cent piece, we're talking about the front-side black-tone version in very fine condition. This isn't just a small piece of metal, it's a treasure with real rising dollar value in today's action-packed collector's market. If you've got one of these lying around, you might be sitting on a small fortune, so stick around to learn everything you need to know. Let's rewind the clock to 2009, a significant year in Australia's coin minting history. The Royal Australian Mint had been producing 5-cent coins for decades, but in 2009, something unique began to occur. Whether due to the minting process, metal composition, or environmental storage conditions, a number of 2009 Australia 5-cent coins started showing a rare black-toned frontside. While this wasn't an intentional design change, the result was a fascinating variation that instantly grabbed attention among collectors. Over time, the rarity and unusual toning elevated the coin's status. Coins from this period, especially those with distinct characteristics like toning, have become more than just currency. They are historical artifacts, each carrying a story from a particular time in Australia's modern era. What makes this coin truly stand out is its black-toned obverse, the front side where Queen Elizabeth II is featured. This tone is not simply discoloration, it's a natural transformation that creates a deep, rich, almost mysterious look, making the coin visually striking. Add to that the fact that this piece is in very fine condition, which means it maintains sharp details, clean lines, and strong structure without major wear and tear. This preservation level significantly boosts its aesthetic and collectible value. Each of these coins has a distinct toning pattern, making no two exactly the same, which adds to the charm and exclusivity. It's like owning a small piece of art shaped by time. Now let's talk rarity. While millions of 5-cent coins were minted in 2009, very few have developed this rare black toning on the obverse, and even fewer have survived in very fine condition. This combination is extremely scarce and highly sought after. Collectors worldwide are constantly searching for unique specimens like this one, especially those that differ from the standard appearance. What drives demand even higher is the coin's increasing visibility in numismatic circles and online auction platforms, where collectors are ready to pay top dollars for the perfect piece. With the growing appreciation for toned coins, this specific version of the 2009 5-cent coin has carved out a prestigious niche. Let's get to the part everyone wants to know. How much is this coin worth today? In recent online auctions and collector markets, these coins have been fetching anywhere from hundreds to even over 1,000 Australian dollars, depending on their tone quality, condition, and presentation. A black-toned, very fine condition 2009 Australia 5-cent coin isn't something that just gets passed in a pocket exchange anymore. It's a collector's gem, and with the market trend moving upward, its value is only expected to grow. Some sellers have reported seeing significant bidding wars over such pieces, and demand is growing internationally. It is clear that the coin is no longer just spare change, it is a potential asset. If you're a collector or even someone who casually saves unique coins, now's the time to check your stash. Look closely at your 2009 Australia 5-cent pieces, especially for that distinct dark toning on the front. Use a magnifying glass, proper lighting, and check the coin's edges and shine. If you believe you have got a valuable piece, consider getting it professionally graded, as official grading can skyrocket the coin's value and credibility in the market. Store it properly, avoid moisture, and handle it with gloves to maintain its condition. Keep an eye on reputable auction sites and numismatic forums to track demand. And if you're looking to invest, this coin is a smart pick for your collection in 2025 and beyond. Its growing popularity shows no sign of slowing down. In conclusion, the 2009 Australian 5-cent black-toned front coin in very fine condition is far more than a lucky find. It's a high-value collectible in today's action-packed coin market. With its rare aesthetic, limited availability, and strong collector demand, this coin has proven itself to be one of the hidden gems in modern Australian numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just discovered a potential treasure in your drawer, this is a coin worth learning about, preserving, and potentially selling at a premium. So stay sharp, check your change, and keep following the channel for more updates on high-value coins and collectibles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on your next opportunity to turn spare change into serious value. Next up, in Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most underappreciated yet shockingly valuable coins in Australian numismatic history, the 2006 Australia 5-cent coin in very fine condition. You may have this tiny silver treasure sitting somewhere in your old coin jar or purse, unaware that it could be worth way more than its face value. That's right, this unassuming 5-cent piece is causing quite a buzz in today's auction market, and serious collectors are willing to pay a premium for it. So, if you're interested in rare coins, coin flipping, or building your numismatic collection, stay tuned because this coin is hotter than ever and climbing in dollar value every single day. Let's begin with a little history. The Australian 5-cent coin has been in circulation since 1966, following the country's shift to decimal currency. Since then, it has been a staple of everyday transactions. But in 2006, something quite interesting happened. While millions of 5-cent coins were minted that year, a small subset stands out because of its preservation, condition, and historical timing. Australia was thriving economically during the mid-2000s, and coin collecting was slowly gaining momentum as a serious hobby. Over time, certain 5-cent coins from 2006 began to disappear from circulation, quietly picked up by collectors who noticed something special in them, their strike quality, their surfaces, and more importantly, their potential rarity. Now let's talk about what makes this 2006 Australia 5-cent coin unique. At first glance, it looks just like any other coin with the iconic echidna on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But for seasoned collectors, the difference lies in the fine details, especially when we're talking about very fine condition specimens. These coins exhibit superior sharpness in the design, minimal wear, and have retained much of their original luster. Unlike circulated coins, a very fine condition 2006 piece stands out due to its well-defined features from the tiny spines of the echidna to the crisp lettering around the rim. In some cases, coins from this year may show subtle die variations or sharper strikes that are rare and appealing to top-end collectors. Combined with their survival and pristine condition over nearly 2 decades, these features make this coin a gem. While the 2006 Australia 5-cent coin had a substantial mintage, what truly sets the valuable ones apart is their condition and scarcity in high grades. Most of these coins were used daily and show heavy wear, but those preserved in very fine or higher condition have become exceptionally hard to find. And here's where demand skyrockets. Collectors today aren't just chasing any 5-cent piece from 2006. They want ones that look nearly untouched, coins that tell a story of preservation and hidden value. The rise of online marketplaces, auction platforms, and coin collecting forums has brought these rare coins into the spotlight, and the demand is growing fast. With more people entering the numismatic hobby, competition for high-quality examples has intensified. That's why if you own one of these coins in very fine condition or better, you're holding something truly special that is only becoming more desirable over time. Now let's talk money, and this is where it gets really exciting, but a 2006 Australia 5-cent coin in very fine condition or better can attract bids in the double digits, and in some cases even well over $280,000 at auction, depending on its grade, appearance, and buyer interest. Serious collectors and dealers understand the future value potential of coins like this, and they are not afraid to bid it aggressively for them. Online auction results show that top condition pieces are fetching impressive prices. The market value continues to climb, especially for coins accompanied by authentication or grading by professional services. So don't be surprised if a coin that cost just 5 cents back in 2006 is now commanding over $285,000 or even more, especially in numismatic circles. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins or you're looking to find one, here are a few helpful tips to stay ahead. First, always check the condition. Look for clear details on the echidna and Queen Elizabeth's profile and avoid coins with deep scratches, corrosion, or heavy discoloration. If you suspect your coin might be valuable, consider getting it professionally graded. A certified, very fine or extremely fine grade can instantly boost its auction value and buyer interest. Also, keep an eye on online auction sites and coin collector groups. Watch how these coins perform and learn from the trends. Storing your coin properly is also crucial. Use coin flips or capsules to protect its surface and keep it away from humidity and air exposure. The better the condition, the higher the reward. So there you have it, the 2006 Australia 5-cent coin. In very fine condition is far more than just spare change. It's a piece of Australian history, a sleeper hit in the world of numismatics, and a rising star in the auction market. Its growing demand, rarity, and high grades and strong market performance make it a must-have for collectors. Whether you're just starting your coin collection or you've been in the game for years, this coin represents a smart investment and a beautiful example of hidden treasure. Check your drawers, dig through those old jars, and you might just uncover a little silver coin that could be worth a whole lot more than 5 cents. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into rare Australian coins, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more hidden gems and valuable finds. Until next time, happy collecting!